Hey everyone, it's April 1st. This is not an April Fool's joke. I'm actually getting on this thing. It's really dark down here. Our lights are all blown up in the ceiling. All three of them are out. This is our rec room. It's kind of messy down here. This is Jeremy's table for working on his Warhammer stuff when we come down here. And this is a mad mess. This is where I used to do a lot of my artwork before I got the room upstairs. And since I've moved up, I just haven't come down and cleaned this place up. I really like this desk, but I don't use it anymore. And this is some of my other artwork that I've done. This is my old license plate from when I used to live back in Newfoundland. I didn't throw it out. And like some of the other artwork that I've done. These are really old. But yeah, I started working on this at a workshop that I did, and I just didn't finish it. And then there's a whole bunch of nonsense underneath. This was actually tidier than this, but of course one of the cats came down and just wrecked it. Most likely it was the white one. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. A bunch of papers that I kept. Little pieces of papers that I'll probably never use. But yeah, I have some extra canvas there too. That canvas is about 2 years old. That I bought down in Winnipeg. But I stopped framing. Like these two up here are canvases that I made myself. This one here, Jeremy would cut the pieces for me, and I would glue them together and staple them, and then I'd make my own canvases and stuff. But yeah, this was another mixed media workshop that I did here locally in town when I first started. And this is a bunch of stuff that my mom does every year, and she sends it to me to sell at the local craft fairs. So I'll be going to that again in let's see, September. There's a long one for a long weekend. Like it's 3-4 days long, so I might go to that depending on if I can get enough stuff done. And then I think it's in September. Or is it October? It might be October, I'm not sure. And then there's another one. There's 2 more in November that I usually go to. It's almost like conventions, but it's just for one is a small business expo where a lot of different people can go selling a lot of different things, and then the other one is just a crafters expo, crafters and artisan, that kind of thing. But yeah, more on that later. But I'm going to go over and hop on this thing. I'm going to get a light up here. Oh, and I have, if you can't see, I have a Republic of Newfoundland flag down there on the wall, and I'll show you these things on the wall later because you can't see them very well right now. I bought Jeremy a sword for Christmas a few years back. My mom painted them a little Ottawa Senators sign over there. And there's more stuff over here, but like I said, when I get the lights and everything up and working, and this place is actually cleaned up better than what it is, I'll go ahead and sorry, I was just looking at something and show you more of what's down here, because Jeremy has a big Warhammer case right here as well. So yeah, I'm going to go and walk I'm going to aim for 30 minutes. If I get to 15, then I'm just going to stop, depending on how I feel. But here goes nothing. So I'm at 13 minutes, and this 2.5 kilometers an hour, I think that's how that goes. It's kind of a steady pace for me right now. For those who don't know, I do have a bit of a back problem that bothers me, can flare up at any time. I have degenerative disc disease in my lower back. I can't even pronounce that right. And like, it doesn't affect me all the time, but it does when it acts up really bad. And I've been having some problems with the bottom of my right foot where it feels like it's cramping all the time, and it doesn't seem to be going away. But I'm watching another painting video. That's almost over, and I'm really trying to get to that 30-minute mark today, but I'm thinking I might just do 20 because the bottom of my foot is really starting to hurt. And exercising is not fun if you're in pain. So maybe if I do, you know, the 20 minutes today and then try to do 25 minutes in a couple of days and then work my way up to 30 minutes, then maybe I can even go even longer. But I don't know, we'll see. So you can't really see here because it doesn't show you the time, but I did go for 20 minutes. And yeah, tomorrow when I get on, I'll try to do 25 and then work my way up to 30. But I usually used to only go on here for 15 minutes at a time. I know I don't need comments for people that exercise daily, that 20 minutes is not enough to lose weight, but I'm just starting out and I'm working my way into doing more exercises. Hello everybody. I'm having a little bit of a frustrating moment here. You can see the color fading in my hair really bad. It was purple and now it's more like a copper color. I need to get it redone again. But anyway, my frustrations is that I am 20 minutes away from getting my workshop completed and there's missing footage. Missing footage. A whole half hour or more of the footage is missing. When I had transferred, when I had transferred all of my information from my old computer to this new one that I got, I put everything on a hard drive, I guess, and now it's gone. It's gone. I don't even know, like I have everything up to the point where I put all the details into the painting and do the hair of the girl on the painting. Then all of a sudden it cuts in and says, hey, we have a finished picture. No, we don't have a finished picture because half of the painting, or like a quarter of the last part of the video is now missing. So it's been settled. I have to redo the last, maybe anywhere between 20 and 45 minutes of this workshop. And I have to put it in my video, either explaining the fact that I messed up and lost the last bit of the footage, or I simply just put in a little section and what am I saying? Either I have to put it in as if I didn't lose any of the footage and try to make it look exactly the same, or I will just explain that I messed up and I lost the footage. This is how you do this section of the workshop, and here's what your end results should look like. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do it today. I'm just a little ticked off at the moment. So what I think I'm going to do is fix the first part, upload it to Vimeo, and maybe work on the second part that I messed up tomorrow. Because, you know what? I have been doing this ever since about 12 o'clock. And it's now 2:17. I think it's about 12. Maybe I might be misjudging my time there a little bit. But I want to do something else. I'm tired of editing videos. I'm thinking about going in and straightening my hair once it ever dries. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not even wearing any makeup or anything today. I couldn't be bothered, to be honest with you. Couldn't be bothered. But I'm going to go and try to wind down from all of this, all of the frustrations of not being able to find, my files, and hopefully I can, I'm here just digging at my ear, hopefully I can get past it and not want to scrap the whole thing. But yeah, I'm just gonna go do something else. Okay guys, we got a bit of a different angle here at the moment. So I don't have to hold my hand up anymore. There's something that I want to vlog about that's pretty important to me. And I don't want to offend anyone by speaking about this, and I'm hoping that a lot of people who are in my situation can kind of understand where I'm coming from and understand my frustrations, and I'm hoping there are people out there who agree with me. Not everybody will, but these past 2 years have been really difficult for me. In 2014, I decided to pursue entrepreneurship. I wanted to get a small business loan to open up a small business here in town, selling arts and crafts supplies, and I wanted to offer workshops to, you know, the local community and the outlying communities as well, if those people, if there were people that were interested. And it was rough. I did get a small business loan. I did use it. I did get somewhat of a government grant as well to help me pursue what I was trying to do. I did open up a location, and that location lasted for about 8 months. The first 4 months of being open was really great. And I didn't go into this with having loads of money in the bank, which is not the right thing to do, but I said the hell with it. You know, if I'm going to try this, like, I'm going to do it right now, because the opportunity came up for me to go through a program where they would help me start the business. And so I did open a location, and I did have a studio space where I would offer you know, workshops to people here in town doing various arts, even to kids. I was even doing kid stuff, and it bombed. I did. I'm not even gonna make it any shorter or any lengthier than that. Like, it bombed. It was really frustrating because, like I said, for the first 4 months, it was really good. People were coming in. People were, you know, enjoying the workshops, and people were enjoying the workshops and everything, and kids were coming in left and right for the workshops, and it was really fun. And then so that lasted, actually it was only about 3 months. It was September, October, November, and December. From January up until July 1st, I believe, we closed our doors. We did not have anyone come in for any workshops. There were times where workshops were half full, and because I couldn't do workshops for, you know, 3 people, I would have to cancel and refund everyone their money. In the meantime, like I said, no one was coming for the workshops. I wasn't selling any supplies. I wasn't ordering any supplies for anyone. And keep in mind that I wasn't having a big stock at my location. It was okay, if you needed it, I can get it for you in a couple of days kind of thing. And that's what I was recommended to start out as, because ordering in a lot of supplies would have been expensive, and the grant or the loan that I was trying to get wouldn't allow me to do so. So I listened to the people that were giving me the grant and did what they told me to do. And I went with a small location that was decided on my own, but was more of a catalog order base for supplies and that kind of thing, which, like I said, that I was advised that I should do. So like I said, it just bombed. What I'm getting at is that since that time, since January of last year, so January 2015, I've sold a couple of paintings at craft fairs, which wasn't not really anything to talk about, but I appreciate people that did buy them. They weren't very expensive. They were pretty much just me trying to get rid of a lot of the old things that I had, and which I did. So currently I don't have many of my older paintings. And I'm not making enough money on my own to, like, with my art stuff, to pay for my business loan. So all the money that I'm paying for my business loan is coming out of my paycheck, like my actual, the actual income that I have coming into my house. If I can't come up with the money, that means I have to take that money out of my boyfriend's paycheck to pay for this. So in the meantime, I'm not making any money on my art, on my, you know, my art things, my paintings and my illustrations, my online workshops, nothing of the sorts. And yes, you can still see my big spot on my door. I'm not getting any sort of help coming in to pay the business loan. So on top of not making any money, I'm still paying for this, which, you know, I knew in the long run it could have happened, and I was prepared for it. Now, that's not the thing that upsets me. What upsets me is the last year of my business, no one wanted to support me, or very few people supported me. Those who did, I really appreciate it. And there are some people who still support me to this day, and I'm pretty good friends with those people. And I appreciate everything that they've done. I have to sneeze. However, when I go to art sales, can you sell this cheaper? Okay, so that's what I get at craft fairs. Or, this is too expensive. Or, I can go make that myself. Okay. Other things that I get is, could you donate? I'm raising money for a charity. If you can't give a money donation, can you provide some of your artwork for a donation? And I'm thinking, okay. And then people are asking me to work for free. Well, if you don't have a business license anymore, and you can't offer workshops, could you come and work for free and we will give you an honorarium? That was the word that was used. No. To all of these above, no. If you can't support me, can't support my business, or didn't support my business, or, you know, in no way, shape, or form, I'm sorry, but there's no way that I can help you. If you can't help me, I can't help you. I know this is going to sound like I'm being rude or being rash and you know, just cranky to some people, but it takes me days sometimes to paint something. It takes me days sometimes to work out an illustration or to edit videos. These past 2 days, I have spent 2 days working on one online workshop that's 2 hours long, and I'm still not done because it's a lot of work. So when someone comes to me and says, okay, I know you're not in business anymore, and you know you are working from home. I'm not in that home business by any means. I'm just making art and selling it. That's all I'm doing. And it is very hard to sell that art. But when people come to me and say, okay, I'm raising money for this or raising money for that, can you donate? I'm like, I don't have anything to donate because I'm not selling anything to get money for myself to pay my bills to be able to donate. If I was making a lot of sales, if I was, you know, making a lot of profit, I will be, hey, okay, here you go. But if no one's willing to show me support, how can I support somebody else? That's what's frustrating to me. Some people might be thinking that I'm just, like I said, like I'm being completely rude right now, but I don't work for free. I don't provide my art for free. Yes, in the past I have donated before, but at that time I was making money. I was able to take the money that I was making to pay my bills. So, and another thing is, why should I give someone a $100 painting when 2 days from the date that I give it away, I could actually sell it and get money for myself to help pay for my bills? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I said, I completely understand that there are that donations need to be made by somebody at some point in time, but if you don't help support the person that you're asking for donations from, then why would that person even want to help you? Like, just because, like, even if someone bought something from me 3 years ago and has completely ignored me since, like, there are many other ways to support me other than buying my artwork. You can go on my Facebook page, you can go on my my Instagram, share my pictures, tell other people about my work. You know, just simple little things like that. It's not always about spending money, but help me get the word across that, yes, I am doing this. Yes, I am trying to make a living out of this. Don't just ignore me and then expect me or you ask me to donate something to you. It doesn't work that way. To me, it's like someone is working a full-time job and someone comes up to them and says, well, could you donate your last 2 days of pay to this charity? Or could you donate your last two days of pay to this organization, or whatever it may be? They won't do it. So they wouldn't work for free, because that's basically what they would do. They would have to work for free to pass off these last 2 days of work to
whatever is asking for the donation. You know, it's, I don't know, I don't volunteer, I don't volunteer my artistic services, I'm sorry. But, excuse me, I really needed to get that off my chest, and I have put a message about this as well on my Facebook page to, please don't ask me for donations, because I can't do it. I don't have anything to offer, and I will not offer donations or work for free to someone that does not support me. As simple as that. But I just really needed to get that off my chest, and I'm like 11 minutes into this video, and all I've done was rant. But it's done, it's said, and I just hope that other people understand that it's wrong to ask people to donate something that's so expensive or that takes so long for them to do. I mean, I offer up little giveaways as a token to say thank you. That to me is different, because it's something that I can whip up in a half an hour, and it's something that I'm giving to my supporters to say thank you for doing everything that you can or everything that you have done to help me get to where I am. That's when I think a donation is okay, when I'm giving something away to say thank you. Because people have supported me for the past 2 years, even on my YouTube channel. I'm almost up to 400 subscribers. I've hit 10,000 views on my art page, on my art channel, and I've done 2 giveaways where I've given away art, original art that I've created, that were small in size and did not cost me a lot of money to make, but it was a thank you to show my appreciation for the support. So I hope there's an understanding of the difference between the two. But I'm gonna go, because this is probably gonna be a very long vlog today, and I'm sorry if it's boring, but I just needed to get that off my chest.